Welcome. Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing? Just before the start of the week, I was planning to, mark up my levels and everything. So, decided why not just start a live session and then we can see what is happening. So, let's start with it. This is the weekly chart for crypto. Reason being that, of course, we have seen a lot of drop going on and all these things. So especially Ethereum and DOT and some of these were looking very interesting. So I thought why not mark up some important levels so we know what we have to do. And on the weekly chart I can straight away see something important, which is the rejection of the 200 moving average over here. In the red you can see the rejection that is happening, and if I zoom in and let's take a look at the type of candle that is forming. So inverse hammer, bearish pattern. But anyway, first and foremost is the important levels that we need to highlight, especially the support and resistance, not only even the resistance, the support levels, because I am planning to go long. And if you look over here, this level looks very interesting to me. Look at this over here, and look at this over here. Hence important levels sitting at 11750. So these are rough levels, okay? 12,000, 11750 plus minus $200-300 is what it is. And another one would probably be, if I keep going a bit more down, does this look interesting? Yeah, you can say sort of how much, 8,200 roughly. So we can adjust them. I just put a line over here and then I see does it fit nicely or not. If it doesn't fit, I will put delete the line and put another one. So if I put here and then I will try to see what is happening. So 8,700. Okay, why? Look, this looks a bit interesting. Okay, this was resistance over here, resistance, again resistance in this area, and then some support over here. So we can say that yes, this level is sort of important for Bitcoin. Now the question is between the current price of roughly 17,000 and the support level of 11,740. Is there anything else in between? Good question. So I can see this level 16,500 almost, where we bounce from also. Only reason being, look at this. This was resistance before over here. And very small, you can see there very small action in this range. So okay, it's a level, weak level, but it is a level. Why? Recently also we saw support around this number, and of course 15,500. So yes, it's a weak level, but it's a level. If not, then we have the next level as roughly 12,000, you can say 11,700. So in terms of Bitcoin, yes, we can see that these levels were important. The other thing I am looking at currently is the drop that we saw over here. Very drastic drop that put the weekly RSI at around 25. So that was a good place. Weekly RSI 25, 200 moving average was here bouncing off, giving us good return. However, if you look over here, current RSI is sitting at 33. So yeah, in terms of the weekly RSI, you can say that there is more scope towards the downside, but my concern is this. If I draw a line like this, and then you can see that the RSI is in the opposite direction, giving us a bullish divergence at roughly, okay, let's change this to roughly 15,000, okay, 15,700, because of the recent times we have seen this act as a support. So okay, but yeah, you can see the bullish divergence that was forming at this level. And now the question is, we have rejected recently of this, not recently, just this week we have rejected of the 200 moving average. The question is, will we stop at 15, 7, 800 plus minus 100 $200? That is fine, because I never place my order on the exact price. Like for example, if this is telling me 15,700, right, maybe I will put one order 15,850, another small amount 15,700, then another one 15,500. So I will break down my orders in 3, 4, 5 parts. So okay, given the weekly, we can see that these three levels are coming out to be important. The resistance I am not worried about currently, because if I try to go long, I will start exiting somewhere around this level. I will maybe exit a little bit here and another little bit here. So that part I'm not worried about. It's about getting the long correctly first. Let's jump to the tail. Oh, before that, let's check if the fib levels are telling us anything from the recent highs. Okay, no. And then from this point, let's try another one. This point to this point, nah, not really much. So okay, we are happy with the levels. Let's go down to the daily. This is the 15500 area I was talking about. Okay, another thing, see what we can see on the daily is, look at this green 50 moving average. This is causing a lot of trouble recently. Since this April 2022, you can see rejection from here and over here, over here, over here, again over here. So we have to be mindful of this. If we come down to test 15, 7, 800, whatever, and then we try to bounce, then yeah, we will find some heavy resistance around this. This is sitting at 18,700. Okay, 18,500, 400 roughly. We will find strong resistance. Okie dokie. What else? Any other interesting thing? Okay, some pocket of action is available here. That is fine. Doesn't really matter. Okay, yes, you can look over here on the right side, coinciding with the 50 moving average. You can see this spike. You can see this spike in volume. So again, telling me that this will be a strong resistance. Now, the worrisome part is after this support of 15,500, if you keep looking towards the right side, look at this. No volume. The bars are very, very small. So there will be rapid action in this range. This is a concern that we might see a rapid action maybe towards 13,000, 13,500. That is possible if we break this level. Okay, got that. Now just trying to see what other patterns we can find. Roughly we can see this happening. Okay, now this is dangerous in the sense that you can see that, okay, this was sort of a rejection from the top part of the channel. If it tries to go towards the downside, again 13,000, again 13,000 is showing up. Daily RSI 43. So yeah, it can go below 30. That's what it likes to do. Look over here. Let me put a line over here at around how much? 25. Let me put a line at 25 RSI. Look at these crosses. Look at this area here, this area. So you get the idea, right? Below 25 is what Bitcoin likes to see. Look at this. It was 25 here, and then we saw this action. This was a nice big wick, and look at the action again, big wick action. So yeah, daily RSI telling us that yes, there is scope towards the downside. This is not good. This is not good. We might see new lows on Bitcoin. So this is another pattern we are seeing. What else is there? What else is looking interesting? There was a bear flag pattern on the 4 hour. I already discussed that before. Look at this one. So this was the bear flag which got broken. So that we have discussed already previously. Now the question is, will it consolidate here? Maybe go up one more time, 18,400, whatever, 18,000, then try to reject towards 13. So that is a possibility. However, we know that, okay, 15,500 is the important level right now. And if I put up a line here, again, see this was all support before. So this will now convert to resistance, coinciding with the 50 moving average. So yeah. Fine, I am happy with the levels that I have found out. Now I will switch over to Ethereum. Let me remove all previous drawings. Like at least every month or every 6 weeks I like to do this, just to get hold of all the important levels. Good. We can straight away see on the weekly. Look at this bounce. Look at these bounces we are seeing from the 200 moving average. However, once again, look at the weekly RSI went to 25 and then tried to find this as support, went down. This was how much? Okay, 1100 roughly, bouncing again and then coming back down. So price is actually in this sort of a fashion getting squeezed, so not a lot of time remaining before we see a large move, maybe downside upside, because this is a triangle pattern, so it can break towards any side. So yeah, let's start with marking up important levels on Ethereum. After this I will try to do dot also, and if you want I can look at some other stuff also, no problem. Starting with, okay, I will like to put it over here at the previous low, 875 roughly. Let's put it over here. You can see action over here also. This was resistance, and now in June we saw this as support. So yes, we cannot ignore this level. As I mentioned earlier, I am not too much worried about the resistance levels because I am trying to find areas where I would like to go long. 1050, okay, we can consider this, given that the only reason being given that the 200 moving average in the red is available at 1084 and the candle closes were around 1050. All the candles closed around this number 1050 on Ethereum. So yes, we can consider this. The only reason I had put 875 is because the low was at that point. Fine. In terms of the history or the historical data, not much available. There is action, a lot of movement here, but not really that much. Okay, we can put this one also. This will be a resistance, and that is from where we actually got rejected. So yeah, the question is there any level that is below 875 that we might want to consider? Let's see. This point around 550, 560 looks okay because of some support over here, some resistance over here. Not perfect, but okay. 500 being a psychological number can act as a support, but this is very far away right now. Okay, we are at how much? 1174. So this would mean a drop of how much? 53. This is very far away, so let's not worry about that. Sorry. Oopsie. Okay, yeah, so let's go back and see what is happening. Got rejected from here. 200 moving average as a strong support. You can see on the right side in the red 1084.45. This is the 200 moving average currently, and remember this is the weekly chart. I like to mark up the levels on weekly first because that is a higher time frame and it is worth more. Now, similar to Bitcoin, look at this. Very similar to Bitcoin. Of course, most coins will follow Bitcoin. If I try to complete this channel, fine, roughly of this sort. Very similar story to Bitcoin. Okay, very similar story. We saw rejection of this point because you can see over here this was previous resistance, roughly 1375, 1350. These are not absolute levels. Okay, plus minus 2-3% is possible, and I am not worried about that because I am planning for a long-term position. I'm not looking for scalping, so that's why it's fine. But you can see the rejection over here. Let me zoom in again on the weekly. You can see the rejection over here, top part, resistance. So, and this candle, look at this candle, empty from the top, and look at this body over here. So yeah, very strong, you can say red candle, although the color is not red, but you get the idea, right? Now the question is this area 1085 and 1050, we will come down to test this or not. Quite possible. We are rejecting. We rejected here, went down to test the bottom part of the channel. Pump, went down again, pump, down again, pumping, down again is possible, but the down this time is below 850 or 860. Actually, this will fall around the 700 mark. So yeah, we have to be careful of these things. We have to be prepared for all scenarios. Got it. The other thing is very similar to Bitcoin actually. Below this number 1050, if you keep looking to the right, look at this gap over here. Very interesting. No volume at this price level. Why is this significant? I will show you. Look at what happens in this price range. Because of no volume, we see very large movements. The candles are quite large. Look at this candle. 685 to 975. This one weekly candle represents 30 to 40% increase in price. Then another one. That is why it is very important. Look at this. All the volume is empty. But on the other side, look, this was a positive, like a pump, right? When a dump happens, we will see similar things. If we close below 1000 again, there's a high chance that if we are not able to hold this 875, we are going straight down towards 6 700. Why? Because the volume is absent over here. So it is important to consider this. The only saving grace is that the last time we saw 875, we saw a nice pump in price, but that coincided with the weekly RSI of 25, and now we are at 39. So you can see that yes, downward trend, continuation of downward trend is quite possible. Not only this, price was making a lower high and the RSI was almost flat, so bearish divergence was there, giving us a huge red candle, huge downward pressure. Again, we are facing the same. So yeah, that's why I don't like to chase the trade. I would never like to chase the trade. I will wait for price to come in this area, maybe buy some small percentage, then again some here, then maybe in the middle, then a bit lower. So 3-4 parts I will divide. If I want to buy for $10,000, maybe 2,500 I will make 4 parts, or $2,000 I will make 5 parts, something of this sort. Never ever put all your money at one single price point. Biggest mistake many beginners make. So fine, I will basically tells me that from roughly 1050 we can start to look to open long positions on Ethereum. So let's keep scrolling. Let's see if we find anything other than this, any other interesting things. Okay, what is happening here? If I drop this level, okay, the 0.786 level is falling at 1117. So yeah, 1100. Yes, there will be a lot of fight at 1100. We know that already. We have seen that in the past also. But other than that, no, nothing interesting. The only thing other than this, what else can we see? And don't forget, you can also mention if you want me to look at something, not only crypto. This is just today I'm looking at this. You want me to look at gold, oil, Nasdaq, S&P, whatever. We can do that. Yeah, got it. This is what I was thinking. If I quickly draw a small line at the RSI, look at this. Sometimes this helps also. Okay, 48 level. So we can see that the RSI is rejecting at the 45 level over here. Let me get the brush. You can see over here, rejecting at the 45 level. So in case that, okay, next week or next 2-3 weeks we try to see a small pump again, trying to test the 1300 level, that will take us to the RSI of 4850 roughly, and then we might start seeing a rejection. So that is possible, but for now we are concerned about long positions, and we can see that 1050 level is important. Okay, happy with the weekly chart. Now quickly jump over to the daily and let's see also what is happening. So in the weekly we can see RSI 41. Let me just get rid of this one. So daily RSI is 41. So yeah, you can see that. Look at this, so much like the RSI can go down a lot. Once again, if we try to find interesting levels below 28 RSI, this one over here, look at this one over here, then again here, and look at the price action at these points. Look at the price action at these points. So you get the idea, right? Below 30 roughly, you can say below 28 is the RSI area where we start seeing some bounces. So have to wait till that happens. And honestly speaking, even if we go 1050, I don't think the daily RSI will be at 30 or 28. So maybe we might see a wick more, maybe 950, something of that sort we might see. Then try to come back up, test again, then fail, then come back down. Something of that sort is possible, but we have to keep an eye on the daily RSI. That is very important. Okay, happy with the daily analysis of Ethereum. However, one more thing. Let me show you. It's been a long time that we haven't tested the purple, which is the 100 moving average. Last time we did was in April. After that, we are actually just getting rejected from the 50 moving average in green. We see fake outs. Look at this fake out. Crossed the green, which is over here. Again, look at this cross out, break, fake out, and then dump again. Fake out, dump again. So this hasn't happened this time. This time we have just rejected off it. We did not break out of this, or there was no fake out or anything. So it is possible next few days we might see a fake out again, maybe 1350 or 1400 roughly, and then drop again. Because you see the drop is very hard. Look at this. The candles are large. They are large candles. So that is possible. However, it doesn't matter for me if it goes up and then come down, because I am targeting this area. This is what I am targeting. Okay, happy with this one. Now let's move to the total market cap. Let's move to the total market cap. Let me get rid of all of this. Remove drawings. Thank you very much. Give me the weekly chart, please. Again, you can see that we are trying to bounce from here. 200 moving average in red. We are trying to bounce from here. So continuously for the crypto market, I am seeing this pattern on the weekly, that the 200 moving average is what is actually just holding the price. Any breakout or breakdown of this level will be very, very dangerous. As I explained, you can see on the right side, there is no volume present. So the fall will be very drastic. So we have to be careful. However, this is sitting at how much? 716 billion roughly right now. And again, we can see very similar situation. Look at this candle. This is a very bearish candle. Top part is empty, the body is full. So yes, it's a bearish candle. So let's start putting up some important levels, and we can see this level is important. We saw bounce from here, resistance here. So yeah, this important level on the total market cap. And current price actually where we are, 764 billion. Okay, let's take it at 750. That's a whole number. Interesting number, sorry. You can see resistance over here, some action here, not really that much, but this is the key one. And then if I zoom in a little bit more, so we have come up with 750 billion. We saw support here from 750, support here also. Again, we are trying to sort of test 750, but I will keep my analysis open till 750, till 700 roughly, you can say, because the 200 moving average is over there. So basically this small range looks very small in terms of percentage. It will affect a lot. This is important. So okay, so this level is important. However, unfortunately in the middle there is nothing in the middle. So if I try to take a look from current total market cap, if we try to go down here, 26% drop on the total market cap is possible, and that will actually be very dangerous for the market. So let's go back and look at this. Look at this RSI again. You see 25, it touched 25 RSI over here, took a bounce. Currently RSI is 34.8 on the weekly. So you can see that there is quite the chance of a drop. So if RSI wants to go down even to 30 level, so even if we go to the 30 level, there will be quite significant drop, and we have to be mindful of that. Also, like I mentioned, I'm just trying to find support areas. I'm not worried too much about the resistance levels right now, because right now I am planning a long trade. So that's why I'm trying to find support areas. Oh, I never saw this actually. There's a dinosaur here telling us that this was the beginning of, this is the very beginning. You've made your way through all the available data. Oh, interesting. Didn't know that. TradingView had this cookie. Good. Okie dokie. What else is happening? Let's see on the weekly chart. I always like to start with the weekly chart because higher time frames are more important. Again, similar to what we saw on Bitcoin and Ethereum, this trend is trying to form. Okay, this is the trend that is trying to form. We are trying to follow sort of this channel, again trying to reject from here. You can see that 600 below 700 billion mark on the total market cap is what it looks like. It can test, maybe something of this sort can happen. Not necessary that the candle will close here. We might see a wick over here, and that wick can take Bitcoin to 15,000, 14.5, whatever. So we have to be mindful of this. So okay, I will then try to look at this and try to open long somewhere around here, maybe 3 or 4 parts, one over here, of course one over here, maybe one in the middle. So this will be my strategy given what the charts are telling us. And again, weekly RSI 34.8. Another thing which is similar to Bitcoin is, look at this RSI level of how much? 36. Trying to test the 36 level on the RSI and then rejecting. If we try to do the same thing, like RSI wants to go up to 36 again, we might see a small pump again back towards how much, 830, 850 billion mark, and then reject again. However, overall, the theme of this chart is more pressure towards the downside. Market is looking towards the downside. Unfortunately, that is, we cannot do anything. Now let's jump over to the daily also. Another thing that I actually saw is that, look at this now. Recently, I see that the candles have become very small. Not much action happening within the day, and then suddenly we will see large action. Not sure why. Look at this, all of this action over here. Lot of movement. Candles are bigger. But recently, you see how small this is. Look at this. This is since November 9th. So this area represents like almost 1.5 month, and look at the action, very flat. So this is something I saw recently, maybe because interest in crypto is going down because we are in a bear market. Anyway, so we are at this 750 billion support area. If we break this tomorrow or whatever this week, then yeah, we are heading down. Also in the daily RSI, let me get rid of this because we want to analyze further. Look at this point. This is 27 RSI. Yeah, this is an interesting area. This is where the RSI likes to go. 27 again over here, 27. And we can see that the pumps are coinciding with this. Look at this pump here. Look at this wick, and then big pump here, again pump here. Over here also very small pump, very small. So sort of forming a bearish divergence. So now currently we are sitting at 38.7, sorry. So we can definitely go down towards the 28.30 RSI level, again telling us that yes, downward pressure is there, so have to be careful. So interesting action happening on the crypto market. So for now, we know that this is the range. This is really the range where we need to be careful and we need to plan our trades. Maybe 4 parts, 5 parts. If I'm planning to put $10,000, I will make $2,000 for each trade, and I put 5 trades in between this level. Of course, some might not get hit, but that is fine. This is how we manage our risk. Never ever put all your money at one price level in one time. Always break your trade into different price levels. Okay, so this is done for the total market cap. Let's head over to DOT. I was talking to a friend today and we were looking at DOT. The project itself is okay, fine. These are all old lines. Let's remove all of them. Need to start fresh. Okay, not much data available in the weekly, but still, even if the data is not there, like the graph is very less because it's since August 2020, we still need to start with the daily chart. With the weekly chart. Weekly chart is very important. And I see a lot of new traders, they just look at the hourly 15-minute and they're like, okay, this is what I want to do. Please don't do this. You will hurt yourself. Always worry about the weekly chart. See why? I tell you why. If anyone was analyzing the weekly chart, look at this. Look at the amount, like the level of RSI, 89 on the weekly. This is insanely overbought. You know for sure there's a correction coming, okay? Even over here, look at this. Look at this point over here. RSI how much? 72. So you know there is a drop coming. So that is why we have to be careful and always look at the weekly chart. So if I try to put up a level at how much? 3.868, looking very interesting. Lot of support over here, lot of support. However, it's old, from September 2020, so 2 years old. Doesn't matter, we still have to consider it. We haven't reached, the price hasn't reached here. Today is how much? 4.6, fine. Actually 4.6 itself is looking like an important level. Let me put up a line here. I know on the chart it doesn't look good, but this is very important because the difference between 4.6 and 3.8 is a lot. It looks less, but if we just try to see how much is it, See, roughly 15 to 20% difference. So that is important. We have to mark up this level. Let's zoom back again. You can see that this is the point where we saw this huge pump. Again, we broke out over here. Let me just zoom in, otherwise it will not become clear. Yeah, let's fix this. So yeah, you can see that a lot of action here, and then we saw all this pump. So that is why this level is important. Okay, we can say 4.6, 4.5 roughly where the price is currently. This is one of the important levels. Actually, in terms of the support, this is the only two remaining. After that, there is nothing. After 3.86, there is no historical support or resistance. It's just the last point is where we had the ICO at roughly $2. So for now, yes, 4.6 is looking good. 3.86 is the next support level, but once again, we have to look at the RSI. The lowest RSI we saw was over here. So roughly how much? 31. Currently 32. Okay. So actually we have never seen in weekly RSI below 30 on dot. This is interesting. This is very interesting. Because in the case that we fall from 4.6, we try to go to 3.86 or 3.9, whatever. These are approximate numbers, okay? Nothing is absolute. Plus minus 2-3%, 4% is possible. If we go to the 3.9 level, we might see the RSI drop maybe 30. So this is important. What else can we see on this weekly chart? Again, I'm not worried about the resistance. Okay, fine, we can put up a level here for resistance. How much? 6.4 level. So from current price, how much does it reflect? From current price, this is 40% up. So yeah, 40% is possible if someone tries to take this trade. Okay, now let's zoom into the recent time. What is happening? If I try to drop this again, you can see, let me show you. Look at let's say from this point, from June onwards, you can see the size of the weekly candle is very small, telling us the amount, like it shows that the interest in dot has gone down a lot. Look at these actions, insane actions. Look at the size of the candle. This is just crazy. Look at this one. Let's take a look. Started here and closed here. 58%, roughly 60% down in one candle. So, and now look at the size of the candles. It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing compared to all of this action we saw over here. Look at the size of the candles here and then over here. So, but yeah, this is bear market. This is what it is. Let's try to complete this channel and then we'll see what happens. Okay. So the candles have become so small that even this channel is not fitting perfectly. What happens if I try to do this? Nah, it doesn't look right. Fine. So given that we are not able to fit the bottom part of the channel, that's fine. We have got the top part. We are seeing rejection. We saw rejection here, almost over here, again over here, and then here also. So these 4 points on dot, we are seeing continuous rejection. However, again, this area 4.6, even if I try to zoom in, it doesn't do justice to the chart because this candle is very big. But this 4.6 to 3.9, this is very important. If price does not hold this level, not sure what will happen, because the last support available is, okay, let's put this also, roughly you can say $2. That's it. This is the last point. After this we have nothing. Actually, if I just try to do this, because I usually like to have broader lines, let me try to reduce the size, then maybe it will make it easier to understand for dot. Okay, yeah, now a little bit better. So yeah, 4.6, which is the current price, 4.5, 4.6, and then the next level is 3.8, 3.9. These two levels are looking interesting on dot. Fine. Another thing, yeah, good that I remember this. Let me put this back. Another thing I've seen a lot of people do is, for example, right now price is sitting at 4.6, right? What they will do is they will try to drop something like this. oh, we are down this much. You can see how much is possible, like comparing to the all-time high. This is how much is possible. Okay, fine, that is possible, but it's not necessary that it will happen. It is a good indication of how down the current price is. Like for example, if I do it the other way, from all-time high of 55, current price is 4.6. So we are down how much? 91%. So yeah, that gives us an indication, but that doesn't mean that there will not be a further drop. And these further drops are very dangerous. Why? Imagine from here. Doesn't look much, right? It looks very, very small, that okay, it's just a very small drop compared to what happened here. Look, let me show you. If someone thought that okay, now uptrend has started, I will go long now, 9.7, I will go long. Look at what happened to him. 53% down. 53% of your wealth is gone. So be mindful of these things, okay? On the charts can sometimes be deceiving. Oh, this is a big drop. Oh, this is nothing. This is actually nothing. No, your wealth has become half. So be careful of these things, okay? But for now, on the weekly, we are happy with the levels of 4.6, 4.5, and 3.9 roughly. Let's go to the daily also for dot. Also, yeah, if you want me to look at anything, commodity, gold, I will actually look at gold also, because we have seen a lot of action on gold, Nasdaq, S&P, whatever. You can put that in the comments, and then we can look at that also. Okay, starting on the daily chart for dot. What do we see here? What do we see here? We can see 50 moving average, the green line, 50 moving average, rejection over here. Over here, strong rejection. Haven't tested this up till now. So okay, this is one point we have to keep in our analysis. The last time we tried to cross 50 moving average was in March. This is crazy. After that we haven't. It's very small. This is actually nothing. So daily RSI is sitting at 30.86. What are the levels that it likes to go to? Yeah, I think so. Below 30, you can say. Yeah, 30 and below is what price likes to do. So in terms of the RSI on the daily, we are good enough. We are in the zone. So if you look here, we saw some action. We saw action here. Saw some action here also. And then look at this action here. So yes, we are in the zone in terms of the RSI. But again, very similar story. Look at the size of the candles. It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's so small, the candles, compared to what we had previously. Large candles, strong action, nothing. But yeah, 4.6 we are seeing as a good support. 4.5, 4.6 on dot, and then 3.8, 3.9 looking good for dot. Let me get rid of this. So we are done with, and again our dinosaur is back. So we are done with this one. Let's go to gold also. Some people were requesting gold. Let me get rid of the old stuff. Let me get rid of the old stuff. Okay, let me extend this because this range was important. Let's go back to the weekly chart for gold. This was very important level. Why? Look at all this support we saw over here, and that is from where we were bouncing. And again we are successfully crossed this area, sitting at 1792. So yeah, we have seen good bounce, and we have identified new support level of roughly 1625. Just give me a moment. There's someone at the door, please. Okay, so yeah, we have identified a new support level on gold, 1625. You can see 3 wicks into this area, and then we found support. So let's mark up this one. Let's mark up this one. And this level, yeah, this is a very nice support area. We have seen this. This was a support area since April 2020, and then over here this was all acting as resistance converted to support. So this range is very important. This is sitting at roughly, you can say, 1675 till 1750. So important area for gold. Other than this, what are we seeing? We are seeing that price is trying to find support at the 100 moving average in purple over here. That is another thing we are seeing. Okay, good. What else can we see? We can see, look at this. Yeah, RSI was how much? 31, 32 roughly. If we mark up this level, so that is from where we are bouncing, and now we have seen strong bounce. Weekly RSI 55. So actually we need to find next resistance, and at this 1800 price level is actually a resistance. Look at this. Look at this. Even over here, let me zoom in over here. So resistance because of this, it is resistance. What else? So you can see that a lot of action happening around this area. So this is resistance because of this also. So 1800 acting as strong resistance for gold currently. We are at 1792, trying to bounce from the 50 moving average. Look at this in green, trying to bounce from the 50 moving average. So this is a good sign. This is a very good sign. Next level 1875. Yeah, this is interesting. Look at this action here. Bounce from here, resistance in this area, again bounce, come back down, resistance, come back down. So you can see 1875 onwards is like a very strong resistance, and if price tries to pump towards that level, we might see RSI reach maybe 65, 70 on the weekly. So absolutely telling us that yes, strong resistance if we are successfully able to bounce from here and then try to go here. This would represent how much? Let's see. Roughly is this represents 4.5% jump on gold. So you can see what is happening. And in the event that we are not able to hold this level, we are coming back down in this range. Like I mentioned, 1675 to 1750, this is the range. Even the 100 moving average is over here. So yeah, this is an important area to consider. If not, then yes, we have 1625, and if not 1625, the next level will be around 1550, where the 200 moving average is sitting currently. The last time we saw a break of the 200 moving average was July 2018, so quite a long time back. Haven't tested this 200 moving average after that. So yeah, this is the action that gold is doing currently. Also, you can see that there was a double top over here, hence we saw a sharp decline in price, coupled with whatever interest rate decision and inflation and everything that was happening. So yeah, let's check the fib levels also from this point onwards to this point. What does it tell us? It is telling us that yes, I know it's difficult to see, but 1793, which is the 0.382 level, is here at 1793. So that is why this 1800 area is resistance. Next one 1850 roughly over here, which is the 0.5 level, start of the gold zone. So 1850 to 1900 is very strong resistance. This will be for gold. Some people like to check the fib levels from the candle close, so we can do that also. No problem. Let's do that. Again telling us 1812 is the 0.5 level, and roughly 1850 is the 0.6 level. So gold zone is lying over here. This will be strong resistance. What price needs to do is go up to 1900 roughly, then come back down to test this and then continue upwards. Then it will be a very strong move. However, for now we can see 1800, 1875, very strong resistance. I remember I had put this in my group also, that 1625, this area, nice area for gold. So whoever went long that time would be really happy. Why? Because this represents how much? 10 some percent. Yeah, more than 10% on gold. So yeah, looking very nice on the weekly. Let's quickly jump over to the daily also. See, now the story becomes interesting as soon as we go to the daily chart. Look at this. We are in this sort of an action. The RSI is going down, so we are seeing bearish divergences are forming on the daily chart with 1800 as a strong resistance. So let's try to draw up this small section here, and then we see what is happening. Okay, one possibility is this, the other possibility is this. Lot of moving averages are here, which is good. Okay, even if we see a drop, so again telling us that this 1725 to 1675, this area can act as support. But for now, we are seeing some sort of bearish divergence forming on the daily chart, coupled with the 1800 resistance level. So possibility of further drop, there is a chance that we might see further drop. So we have to keep that in our consideration. What else can we spot on this daily chart? Overall RSI is how much? 57.5 right now. Okay. So if we pump back here, we will be 18th 25 roughly. Okay, fine. What else have we got here? So I think, yeah, this is it for gold. It is showing nice move recently, a lot of nice pump in gold. Of course, this is because we saw a huge drop in the dollar index. So that is one of the reasons. What is happening in the world market? Bitcoin, where is Bitcoin now? 16695. Dominance. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance also. Remove drawings. Let's go to the weekly. So we can straight away see this level. Good support. Then we have this level. Now next, what is possible? What is possible? Current level of 42% can be resistance. It is possible that this might act as resistance, and then this one. But what does it tell us? Basically, you can see that Bitcoin dominance is increasing, which means when the market is falling, then the altcoins will fall more. They will bleed more than normal, more than Bitcoin actually. This is what it tells us. So if we see further pump over here, reaching 43.5, and the market is still dropping, then the altcoins will drop even more, which is again telling us, like for example, Ethereum 1177 right now, it can go to 1050, the one that levels we identified. So it is possible. In case we see the opposite, then it will be good for the altcoins. So RSI is how much? 52. Recently you can see very small movement in RSI, so we cannot find any significant levels on the RSI, but that's okay. This is just an indication of what might happen. The real levels we have already marked. This is interesting. See, this is very interesting. Look at the RSI level. How much? 73 on the dominance. So there is quite the chance of a rejection, and then we might come down to test maybe 40 level. Yeah, 40.5. If that happens, and if the market is pumping, then alts will do better. If the market is dumping, then alts will still be better off. Bitcoin will bleed more in the event that we are seeing dominance decrease. So yeah, this is interesting. Quite high RSI actually. If I'll try to, it is how much? 72.7. If I try to put a line here, yeah, over here, and then sharp decline. Over here again, sharp decline. So we are reaching similar area. We are also reaching the 200 moving average, which is how much? 43. This is roughly 43%. So yeah, possible that we might see a rejection from here, and then dominance might start falling. So I have to be mindful of this. Let's take a look at any other thing that we have. We have checked Ethereum, we have checked Bitcoin, that is all done. So yeah, I think this is good enough. This is good enough for at least maybe next 4-5 weeks. So we know overall what is happening. And let me know in the comments if you want me to look at something else also, we can do that. But other than this, let's quickly just look at dollar index also. Weekly chart for dollar index. Okay, very strong uptrend was there, and then very strong uptrend, big rejection. RSI was making, look at this from this point onwards. Yeah, actually look at this, higher high in price, continuously RSI was making lower highs, full bearish divergence after topping out at how much? 115 roughly. Strong downtrend, 104. this point, okay, you can say this can be small support. Then we have this level, much better level, 100 why? Because the moving average is here also, and the RSI is still 42, very strong downward trend. So further drop in this can help the pump the market, everything, crypto, stock market, everything. This can help pump this was resistance before, so now this will act as support again. This area was resistance, so this will act as support. So possible that we might come down on the dollar, helping the overall crypto market and stock market. But as we saw for the crypto market cap and the Bitcoin itself, there is a chance of further drop, this one, because of the type of candle that is forming here is very empty, large body over here, not a large body but inverse hammer pattern. So, and also getting rejected from the 200 moving average over here. So further drop, that is why I'm saying is possible over here. Let's go back. And then what else are we seeing? So if it tries to hold this level, we might see a pump towards first 105, then we have 107. If there's a pump here, then markets will not do well. Let's take a look at the daily chart for this. Okay, so 200 moving on the daily is 102, fine. And if we try to drop, very strong downtrend actually. Now quite the opposite is happening. Price is continuously going down since this point. If we look from this point onwards, 14 November, look at the RSI, flat. Small bullish divergence is forming. So possible that we might see a breakout, or you can even call it a fake out, maybe till this point 106, and then try to drop. But during this time, markets will bleed more. Nasdaq might be 10,500 again, Bitcoin maybe 15,500 again. So it is possible, and you can see the 100 moving average is sitting at 105.7. So this might be another resistance area. However, you can see continuous sort of small bullish divergence forming, possibility of breakout. Haven't seen breakout since November. We are getting rejected, so maybe we will get rejected and then come back down, may find very good support over here and then try to pump. That is possible, but given what US Fed has said recently, there is a chance of a breakout over here. So yeah, I hope you liked this quick live session that I was doing. I was just planning to mark up some levels on, basically I wanted to look at Bitcoin, Ethereum and Polkadot. This is what I wanted to look at. So I decided why not just quickly do a live and then do it that way. Anyway, nice to see you all, and hopefully see you guys again. Also, until then, take care, and please always remember, use proper risk management to protect your money. So see you guys next time.